Welcome back. Alex, I'm sure you missed several things about being out of the car, but I don't know if being on stage at the media availability part of it might be one of them, but we're glad to have you back. So thanks for coming
you.
and spending time with us. We'll go ahead and open for questions for Alex. I want to be able to maximize the time that we have. So to kick us off, we'll start up front here with Mike Hembry.
Mike Hembry, NBC Sports. Alex, when you guys were thinking about when you might come back, and you talked about this race, did that extra mileage come into play at all as far as maybe we shouldn't drive 600, or was that a factor at all?
Yeah, I think so. I think it got talked about a lot for sure, but at the same time, I feel like I'm ready. I feel like kind of the little bit of pain that I'm going to be stuck with, I'm probably going to be stuck with for quite a while. So this week versus next week versus the following week, it kind of is what it is. So, yeah, I mean, I think we talked about it, but I was able to run a lot of laps at North Wilkesboro on Tuesday and felt okay about things. So, yeah, I'm pretty confident that I'll be just fine.
All right, additional questions? All right, we'll go to Trent here.
Hey, Alex, Trent with FrenchDress.com. You kind of have a unique situation coming back with the points and stuff being still kind of around the playoff cutoff line. So what does that do for you coming back? Does that put you a little bit at ease knowing that you can still get in on points, or is that still hurt you a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, I think I don't think it puts us at ease, the situation that we're in points-wise by any means. A lot can happen. You can have a lot of winners, and that can change really quickly. But I think what it does do is kind of talks about the season that we've had so far. Miss 3 points races and have a 60-point penalty and still be on the playoff cutoff line. It says how good of a season we were having before I did get hurt. So excited to be back, and yeah, hopefully we can pick up where we left off and be strong right out of the gate.
All right, we're going to go to Cameron in the back.
Cameron Richardson, NASCAR.com. Alex, I believe this is the first time that Hendrick has had the full camp together since Auto Club. So just how important is it to have the whole camp back together, given that the second half of the season does start on Sunday?
Yeah, I don't know that they were missing much without me around, but no, it's good to be back for sure. And I think, it's been an interesting year for all of us, whether it's, the crew chief deal or Chase getting hurt, me getting hurt. So glad to have us all back, and just hope we keep it that way for the rest of the year.
All right, we'll come up to Mike here in the middle.
Mike's Alarte, Spectre News 1. Good to see you, Alex. Welcome back.
Thanks.
You wouldn't be climbing into the car this weekend if you weren't cleared. What are you still dealing with after effects physically? I mean, if you sneeze, does it bother you? I mean, that sort of thing.
Yeah, I mean, I broke my back a month ago, so there's definitely things that are going to come along with that for a long time, and from everybody I talk to, probably forever. So just, there's some discomfort here and there and things that I do that don't feel good, but that's just part of it, and stuff I'm going to have to deal with. So it's not too bad. For the most part, I'm back to normal, kind of like easing back into being in the gym and training hard. I didn't want to kill myself training all week this week, trying to be ready for the 600 and then show up tomorrow super sore and worn out already. So just trying to be smart with things. But, just, twist the wrong way. Sometimes it hurts, or do different things. It hurts a little bit. But, in the race car, the end of a 6-hour race, I'm probably not going to feel the best. But as far as, the 200 laps I did at Wilkesboro, I felt okay. Yeah, I don't think so. I think once I'm in the seat, it's not too bad. So, there really hasn't been anything that they could do at all the whole time. As high as T3 is, it's not like I had a brace or anything like that. So, just been trying to do the best I can with it.
Okay, we're going to go John, and then Claire, Kelly, and Steve. John here, and then I'll get you, Bob.
JohnNewbyHeavy.com. So Blake's focus coming into the season was just overall consistency, which you guys achieved early. But now that you've kind of had a prolonged break, how do you kickstart that again?
That's a good question. It would have been really nice to kickstart that again with some practice today, but obviously it doesn't look very good for that. So really just trying to understand where we are going to pick up, right? Like I ran some laps by myself at North Wilkesboro, but I haven't raced. I haven't competitively driven a race car in a month. So just trying to understand, where my rusty areas are going to be and where I'm still good. Lap time wise, we were plenty competitive in our test, but that's by yourself. So obviously North Wilkesboro is significantly different than Charlotte, about as different as they get. So just trying to see where we stack up whenever I do get back in the car and kind of go from there.
All right, Claire?
Yeah, define pain, like there is pain and there's pain that comes and goes and there's terrible pain and then there's pain thresholds. Like what's your tolerance for pain and how much does it hurt and how much do you think when you have the adrenaline in the car you won't feel it, but then after you get out, you're curled up on the couch or something?
Yeah, until I do it, I don't know, right? That's the biggest thing, and that's really the whole reason in testing. The doctor's like, it's healing, and you can do it based on pain tolerance, but you can't simulate what it's going to be like without getting in a race car. So, and even that, like you can't simulate Charlotte at North Wilkesboro. So I don't have a clue, right? Like, it's going to hurt. I don't know how much it's going to hurt. Hopefully it doesn't hurt very much because at North Wilkesboro it didn't. All we did was make long runs there to try to simulate, being here and how long the 600 is. But we had 2 sets of tires, 2 hours, and a flat racetrack that's really slick and doesn't give you any G-forces. We have 5.5 hours tomorrow night with a ton of G-forces and a ton of grip. So it's about as different as it could possibly get. But yeah, I mean, I think I'll be all right.
And in the past, how would you gauge your tolerance for pain on a scale of 1 to 10 prior to this?
I don't know. I think I'm a bit of a wimp, if we're being honest. But no, I've raced through some things before, and I feel like I'll be okay. Honestly, like it's not that bad. I feel like a lot of people have had similar injuries that were so much worse. Obviously, I got out of the car and walked away, so it's not too bad. It's a bit uncomfortable, but I'll be fine.
All right, we're going to come up to Kelly. We'll go to Steve, and we'll wrap with Bob. Go ahead, Kelly. You get a microphone up front, please. Thank you.
Kelly, CrandallRacer.com. Alex, it doesn't look like you got your comeback commercial.
What a letdown. I am shocked. Can you believe that I wouldn't get a commercial? Are you as surprised as me?
Oh, yeah. I'm blown away.
I got an Instagram post. I mean, that was more than I thought I would get. So, for being honest, it's I don't want a commercial. No, I fly under the radar. You know the deal.
You mentioned the test at North Wilkesboro. Obviously, that, as you said, is not going to translate to here. But if it looks like you're not going to be able to get in the car today, is it still nice that you're able to at least get in the car at some point this week instead of going into tomorrow with nothing?
Yeah, for sure. And honestly, I mean, that as much as it was for me to get my head wrapped around what it was actually going to feel like that was a part of getting cleared was having a doctor there and kind of going through that. So glad we were able to do that. Obviously would like track time today to know exactly what I'm signed myself up for tomorrow. But yeah, I mean, I think it was definitely good to be able to do that. Ran a lot of laps in the simulator, which doesn't really do a whole lot, but hopefully that gives me an idea of how my race car is going to be. And yeah, I think it was really good for me mentally. Obviously, it was a requirement to get cleared, but just mentally to kind of know what to expect feels good.
All right, we'll go to Steve and then Bob.
Hey, Alex, Steve Reed from the Associated Press. 2-part question. First, what did they exactly do to your back? Was it just a rest thing? Was it something that Did they put bolts or pins? What did they do? And then secondly, are you going to just stick to Cup racing, NASCAR racing, or will you still go back to some other stuff what you were doing?
Yeah, they walked in, said, "You broke your back, come back and see us again in 3 weeks." But I mean, honestly, there just wasn't anything that they could do. It wasn't something that required surgery or anything like that. It was too high to brace. So honestly, it was a lot of rest at first. I tried to keep myself busy. I felt like after a week or two, kind of the less I moved, the more I hurt. So just tried to stay, I'd go to my shop and kind of walk around, or go to HMS and walk around. And then slowly worked my way into getting back in the gym, and I walked a lot. So just trying to, keep it loose and let it heal. Thankfully, it is healing, and it was stable. It didn't have any big complications. Obviously, that similar crash and similar injury has hurt a lot of others much worse. So just thankful that it wasn't worse for me. As far as racing other stuff, someday, for sure, I want to get back in a sprint car and a midget. For me, I felt like we were kind of just getting rolling a little bit in a sprint car, getting more and more competitive, and especially, that night we were pretty fast. So definitely a bummer there. That's something that I really want to conquer, and at least be able to be competitive at World Outlaw or high limit races. It would mean a lot to me. So someday I'll get back to that. But as a guy that has sat on the couch more in the last 8 months than not, probably smart if I, give my day job a little alone time for a bit.
All right, we'll go to Bob.
Bob Hawkers, Fox Sports. When you answered the first question, you said you were confident about being able to go this weekend. What makes you so confident?
Well, I'm not very smart, so that might be part of it. But no, I just, running laps in the car on Tuesday, it didn't hurt. The physical act of driving the race car, I was fine. So, it's going to be a long night, and I'm going to be pretty sore by the end of it. But, I'm confident. I wish I had practice. That would probably make me a little more confident. But I wouldn't be back here if I wasn't confident that I could run the whole race.
And did you practice, them dropping the jack, and how did that feel?
That was my biggest fear by far. Obviously, these cars are very stiff. Obviously, we've seen with the next-gen car how much stiffer it is and how much more it kind of shocks the driver's body. And, I was terrified to drop the jack. And we did it, and it didn't hurt at all. So the thing that I thought was going to hurt the most didn't hurt at all. So that makes me feel good. I don't think I would get away with 600 miles on one set of tires. So dropping the jack is going to be a requirement tomorrow night or Monday. Does this place have lights? When are we going to race? Is there a window? Tuesday. When do we race, Bob?
My guess would be Monday. But...
What time? What time? I got to schedule my Monday around what time you say we're going to race. You're going to know before me. Monday afternoon. All right. Well, I'm making plans Monday morning. So if I'm not here and we're racing, I'm blaming you.
All right, we're going to squeeze 2 more quick questions in before we wrap. I'm going to go upstairs to the press box to Lee Spencer, and then I'll come back down and wrap with Jeff. Go ahead, Lee.
Thank you. Lee Spencer, Catch Fence. Kind of curious, do you think Sonoma will really be the next challenge after just getting through the 600 miles, because you're going left and right and just, it's pretty stout conditions there?
Yeah, for sure. I think I have a lot of challenges ahead of me, for sure. Sonoma's not going to feel good. How tall the curbs are, stiff the race cars are. That race is physical in general. So, my challenges are going to be that. My challenges are going to be the fact that I sat on the couch for the last month and wasn't able to train. There's a lot of things that are going to be difficult to catch back up on. But, I'm confident I'll be fine. May not be the most fun, but I'll be fine.
And have you spoke with Blake? I mean, do you guys kind of have a strategy short of winning how you advance to the playoffs? Thank you.
Yeah, I think for us, we just got to do what we were doing. I mean, we had the best average finish of anybody at the time I got hurt. You know, we had a massive points penalty and missed 3 points races, and we're still on the cutoff line. So if we can just go back to how we were running, I know we can do it. Obviously, we want to go win races, and I think that comes with how we were performing. But yeah, just got to go kick some butt.
All right, we're going to wrap with you. Are you good? Okay, all right.
Perfect.
All right. Lee helped us out there for a minute. Okay, we'll take one final one from Bob, and then we're going to wrap. I know you missed media, but we'll get you out here soon.
Are we learning when we're actually racing? Do you have an announcement?
No, I don't have an announcement, but you'll love to hear this, but you'd probably start 31st, I think, is
Love
what
that.
we figured that.
Love that.
So what is, you know, not only trying to
It's
feel...
got 30 cars to pass then, Bob. It's pretty simple.
Yeah, how simple is it in a 600-mile race? Is it...
We'll have one of the best crew chiefs on pit road, best race team on pit road, top 5 best pit crew on pit road. No reason we can't accomplish it. So honestly, like if I can drive the race car at the level that I think I'm capable of doing, and we have a good car when we take off, there's no reason we can't win from 31st. So yeah, I mean, I think for me, like I want to make all the laps. I want to have a good solid top 10 day coming back from breaking my back. But yeah, there's no reason with our race team and our capabilities we can't win from anywhere we start every week.
All right, Alex, thank you so much for being willing to come in here and spend some time with us. We wish you the best of luck this weekend.
Thanks, guys. Missed y'all.
All right, a friendly reminder, we will move to Zoom.